Hi guys, how you doing? Sunday, day after my firewalking experience, and not what I thought in any way, shape or form, which is awesome. And that's not a bad thing in any way. It's nice to be blindsided sometimes. When you go and thinking you know what the outcome's going to be and it isn't, there's an opportunity to learn something about yourself and learn something about life. So I went into this thinking this was about fear because I had this real weird gut feeling about the science behind standing on 600-degree coals. And as we went through the preparation, there was this really cool lead-in where we did a lot of stuff about goal setting, stuff that I would do with my clients. But this was from a man that I respect already, only after knowing him for a short time, but in a very different way. And I really enjoyed it. I know the people who were there did too. When it came down to the nitty-gritty, which was walking on coals, there was absolutely zero fear. I think because just the common sense is this has been done for, I think, 1,000 years. This isn't something that's new, and I've never heard anyone burn their feet bad enough that you need to be really scared of it. What I did learn is I stepped up to them the first time. I did it 4 times. The first time was that I need to be balanced. When I walked across them the first time, they stung me. Now, I didn't burn, but I felt it. And I think what that was is I'd done a really good sort of meditation practice before in front of everyone, which must have looked a bit goofy to everyone around me, but it worked quite well. And I think what I understood was, like I said, it wasn't about fear. It was about this idea of looking at it as the precursor to the Firewalk was, goals, and actually just having a balanced set of why was I doing this? Why was I standing in front of these coals? What was the purpose of it? What was I hoping to achieve? And because I realised it wasn't fear, that first time through, I had no clue. And, they were screaming, what's your goals? And I'd ignored most of it because I can sometimes be an arrogant bastard. And I didn't pay as much attention as I should have because I thought I knew it all and had seen it all before. So, yeah, the fire, she stung me the first time, which I loved because I'm a little bit of a sadist with stuff like that. And as a male, it fires you up. I mean, it really was like, whoa, okay, hang on a second. So what happened next was, I had to go back and look at it, and I started to internally put these thoughts together. What were my goals? So I went back quickly with all the stuff that everyone else in the class was doing prior to the Firewalk, and when they were all doing what they were supposed to, and I was just sitting there like a bit of I've seen it all before, and I put these goals in place. And then when I walked up to the fire the second time and I looked at it and I could feel it, man, I got this grin across my face like you wouldn't believe, and this sense of balance that went straight through me from the tip of my head to the bottom of my feet. That second time I walked across those coals at half the pace, third time half the pace again, and literally the fourth time, you know what I mean? I deliberately, and what I learnt in that moment was that it was about balance. It was about shutting up, it was about listening, it was about accepting what was going on around me and in front of me humbly, instead of with arrogance, which is a very strong masculine trait, to think we know it all and we've done it all. And I'm guilty of that at times because of my life. So, in this instance, I humbled and I learned. And again, like I speak to people and I share with people a lot, these ideas of a retreat versus a coach. Look, I'm a coach. That's what I do and it's what I'm bloody good at. But these retreats and opportunities they afford you, man, I watched people around me last night in an hour walk out different people. Now, I can sometimes have to coach someone for a month, 4, 5, 6 sessions, 4, 6 hours before you can tangibly get it. The beauty of taking action and being forced to actually man up and do something instead of just talk. Watch a YouTube video, read a book, write some notes. It's all works, and it's all very reliant on habitual processes where you've got to follow it. If you slip, then you can end up starting again. These firewalks, these retreats, these moments where you're asked to step up and take action, they're life-changing. And it's really where I'm going to start heading with more of my work, this idea that we need to inspire each other to take action in our lives. Because all the talking and all the reading and all the YouTube videos in the world don't seem to be working for us, because personal development is an ever-growing industry. When I log onto my Facebook, I see coach after coach after coach after coach, and I reckon that for the bulk of you who ever talked about personal development, within 10 minutes, bloody Facebook's doing that to you as well. There seems to be a coach around every corner. There's a guru around every corner with a new process and a new way to help you. But yet the world isn't getting any better. I don't see more empathy. I don't see more compassion. I don't see more men standing up into their strength and their warrior spirit. I see less of it. So what has happened to personal development? Where has it gone wrong? And I don't believe that the personal development has necessarily gone wrong, but I believe we're expecting something for nothing. We're not prepared to take action. We'll fumble our way through it and read a book and do a little bit of a course, and we'll get a certificate on the wall that says we did 2 days, but we're not prepared to commit and really push ourselves into this stuff. That's what God, it's what universe, it's what source, whatever you want to call it, expects of us, is to step up and step into this. Discipline, dedication, commitment, things that we don't see much of anymore. We see a lot of victims, it's a lot of crying, a lot of whinging, a lot of complaining, a lot of poor me. So, you know, for me, guys, I think you're going to see a lot more of this, and I hope, you know, I poke some buttons, you know, I hope I piss some people off. I hope someone says, who do you think you are? I really want to trigger some people to have a look at the way I talk, what I've got to say, argue with me, debate with me, and I think also just challenge each other, and whether this be as men, as fathers, as partners, and even women who are heavy, you know, into their masculine energy and really comfortable with it. Have a go. Get in here and engage, because they're sitting back and scrolling and flicking through your phone, killing time. You're killing the thing that you can never get back. You can go burn money, you can waste it, whatever, you can earn more of that. But you don't get your time back. So every opportunity you get to act in your life and you don't get to take that again. So, yeah, for me, that's, what did I learn? That's it in a nutshell, firewalking. Get an opportunity. This was in Batinia on the Sunshine Coast, and I know that this can be done at the drop of a hat with a big enough group of people. I just joined part of another group this time around, but I would be happy to help organise another firewalk if anyone wants to chat more with me. I would love to see more of this, and it's something that I hope that I can do another 100 times. I see real power in the process of this, and that is the goal setting and the whole beginning to end was just a beautiful thing. And also, you know, we have to sort of pay some honour to this process. This isn't something that a bunch of white guys created. This is steeped in history. This comes back from cultural roots and ties that are way beyond anything we're living in this modern world. And there's a reason they did it back then too, you know. And I think the beauty of that ceremonial connection to culture, something that we've really lost and tossed down a toilet really quickly, is something we need to go back and have a look at. I'm going to say, especially as men. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling for today, guys. I might be on with something else later, but otherwise, have an awesome weekend, and I'll chat with you soon.